Welcome to Charli Jane Speakers Radio. This is the show where we share speaking tips, tools, and resources to help you grow your public speaking business. Our goal at Charli Jane is to get you, the speaker, on the platform in front of thousands of people so that you can teach and motivate your audience, enriching and empowering them to lead fulfilling lives. And now, here's your host, Wendy McNeil.
Hey guys, it's Wendy McNeil here with Charli Jane Speakers with another podcast today. And it is called, If Emily Post Had a Podcast, She Would Have Told You This. It's going to be a great podcast, guys. But first, I'd like to invite you over to our free Facebook group called Grow Your Speaking Biz. It's a great community of speakers, very willing to share. And it's just a great place to be if you are trying to grow your speaking business. It's called Grow Your Speaking Biz Facebook group. You can also go to speakingbizcommunity.com and find it that way as well. Knowing how to be a good guest is key to so many areas in life, right? Simple, common wisdom things like don't show up empty-handed, be on time, don't outstay your welcome, don't go on and on about yourself, mind your manners, and send thank you notes. All good and timeless advice that still rings true today. Even in the area of marketing yourself to podcast owners, knowing the basics of being a good guest counts. So, here are some tips to get yourself booked as a podcast guest with an eye on being someone they'll ask back again and again. That is key. Number 1, know your niche. Okay? I want you guys to look for podcasts which have the same audience you want to reach as the podcast listeners. Market yourself as someone who can add to their audience's positive experience or has a solution to the listener's problems. Number 2, Google the following term. Be a podcast guest, and in quotes, I want you to put your topic, such as be a podcast guest leadership, and you'd put leadership in quotes. You want to do this to zero in on your niche and find opportunities faster and easier. You want to just change leadership to whatever term best describes your niche or area of expertise. Remember to put quotes around your topic. Set up alerts to have these auto-delivered to your inbox as well. You can search directly also on iTunes to find their category list, and then search the top podcast in your area and reach out to the host. Number 3, I want you guys to find or just create an email template to use to pitch podcast hosts and their owners. You probably could just do a Google search on that or even just make your own. Then I want you to batch these out, okay? But remember to make sure you personalize them, okay? Because savvy hosts can spot and delete boilerplate quickly. Be sure to include how you can add value to their listeners. You can go up and see the first tip that I gave you on that. Number 4, keep it short and to the point. Okay, this is important. I want you to be very clear what you can offer. Do not send them on a fact-finding mission to try to learn more. They're not going to go. Trust me, they're not. They're busy. It's your job to do the legwork for them and answer as many questions with your proposal as you can. Okay, I know I said to keep it short, but you can be brief and still cover essentials. If they don't know exactly what you do and what you intend to say, then they're not going to reach out. So be really clear. All they need is your name and contact information, your expertise area, and how you will solve their audience's problems. Use bullet points here, okay, so they can kind of scan quickly. And I would provide like 3 to 5 suggested questions you'd like to answer, but remember, most hosts will have ones that they want to ask, but it's nice to throw some out there, but don't insist on it, okay? It's their show, it's their format. You're just trying to fit into what has been working for them. Make it easy for them, and they'll become your fan for sure. Number 5, understand their schedule and make sure you will be available when they have an opening, all right? I want you to do your homework, okay? Do your homework to make booking you all the more easy. So research their posting schedule, patterns or routines, then find dates on your calendar to match. All right. Some podcasters ask that you send a pre-recorded intro and do your own Q&A that they can edit and kind of add into their show. And some do only live guest spots. You can keep track of all this information. I do have a free podcast tracker that is awesome and would really help you with this. And it was it's on the blog post. You can find it if you scroll down the middle, and it's going to be underneath tip 5, and it's called a podcast tracker. You can go and grab it there. It is free. And whatever you find out, you want to be on time and ready to perform within the host's expected time constraints. All right? It's a dance, and you've got to let them lead. All right? Number 6, make sure you understand the house rules before you ask to be a guest. This is important. Actually, these are all important. But will you be allowed to pitch your services or products? If so, develop this as a quick pitch for the end of the appearance. Or is it strictly prohibited? Don't balk at this. There are other ways to market your appearance and make sure it drives traffic back to your site or to your offer. Are they gonna link to your website in the description? If so, consider giving them a link to your sales page or your lead page. Maybe you have a Facebook group. Do that instead of sending them to your home URL, because you want to capture these people so you can continue to market to them. How long will the spot be, and when will it air? Find this out so you can hone what you'll share and promote the spot your own social media in advance. Are these language guidelines and rules? Meaning, will you be kicked or deleted altogether if you use profanity or otherwise colorful language? Once booked, ask questions. What else should you know in advance so that you can be a great guest for them? They're going to appreciate that you took the time to respect them and their way of doing things. Number 7, after your appearance, take the time to handwrite and mail a thank you note. Again, I love this one. This is actually one of my favorites. I don't want you guys to text. I don't want you to email or in any other way digital this out. Okay, the personal touch will be a standout moment, and make you more memorable for longer than any other form of communicating your gratitude. All right, so send a thank you note. You're building a relationship here, and personal touches cement them more than anything you could do. Okay? Let me go back and recap really quick, okay? So the 7 tips, the first one was to know your niche. Number 2, Google the term be a podcast, putting your topic in quotes. Number 3, find or create an email template to use to pitch podcast hosts and owners. Number 4, keep it short and to the point, guys. Number 5, understand their schedule and make sure you will be available when they have an opening. Number 6, make sure you understand the house rules before you ask to be a guest. And number 7, after your appearance, take the time to handwrite and mail, yes, mail, not email, a thank you note. Okay? Now, go and get yourself booked and make Mrs. Post proud. All right? I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. And if you need more support in growing your speaking biz and finding speaking leads, join our fantastic Speakers Facebook group to learn, grow, share, and laugh. We love to have fun in there. So you can find us again over there at speakingbizcommunity.com. Take care.